All right, let's look at the homework 1.3, problem number 9. A plant can manufacture 50 golf clubs per day at the total daily cost of $5,367. 80 golf clubs per day for a total cost of $7,617. All right, so let's answer part A. All right, assuming that the daily costs and the production are linearly related, find the total cost C. All right, so let's do that. All right, so there are a couple of clues given here. So we have daily costs of 50 golf clubs per day at the daily cost of $5,367. Right, that will give us a point. All right, so part A. All right, point would be I'm going to call it X1, comma C1. Right, so since production is 50 for this one, corresponding daily cost is $5,367. Right, and the other one is 80 golf clubs per day for a total cost of $7,617. All right, so that will give us another point. I'm going to call it X2, comma C2. So this is 80, comma 7,617. All right. So since we're assuming a linear relationship, so it's linearly related. All right. So we can we can try to come up with the equation of a line. All right. So let's do that. So in order to find the equation of a line, we need a slope. So we have to come up with a slope here. So slope M can be found, right, by those 2 points and the slope formula. So instead of y1 and y2, we're using c1 and c2. So the slope formula would be c2 minus c1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so that this is going to give us, all right, so C2 is 7,617 minus 5,367, so that's C1, and X2 is 80 minus 50. All right, and this is equal to, all right, so it's a 7 minus 7 is 0, and a 1 minus 6, actually you have to borrow 1, so it's going to be 5. All right, so it's going to be 5 minus 3, so it's 2, and then 7 minus 5 would be 2. All right, then divided by 30. All right, and we can simplify this. Let's see, knock out. So divide top and bottom by 0, so you can knock out the zeros. And then you're going to get, so 2, let's see, we can squeeze 7, 70, so that's 21, and so 75. All right, so the slope is going to be 75. So you can use the point slope form. We can find the C. All right, so remember that we're using C instead of Y. So using the point slope form, we have C minus C1 is equal to M times quantity x minus x1. Right? So this point slope form will give us c minus, right? C1 is 5,367 is equal to, slope is, we just found at 75 times quantity x minus x1 is 50. Right? So if you want, we can just multiply out. So I would just multiply this out. So distribute 75 to x and 50, and we can get 75 x minus, all right, 75 times 50, so there's going to be 0, and 5 times 5 is 25, 25, and 5 times 7 is 35, so 37. All right, then we need to isolate c, so we just need to add 5,367. All right, so that way we just have c, all right, and 75x. All right, then we just have to add the 5,367, and you subtract the 3,750. So it's a 7 minus 0 is 7. All right, 6 minus 5 would be 1. All right, 3 minus 7, so you have to borrow 1, so that will be 6. And 4 minus 3, so it's 1. Right? So we have that. All right, so the cost function is c of x is equal to 75x plus 1617. All right, so that's part A. And part B, graph the daily cost for, actually, let's go ahead and type this guy in first. All right, so what we found was 75x plus 1617. All right, so let's check the answer. All right, so we got that. All right, choose the correct graph for the total daily cost. All right, so y-intercept is 1617. All right, so part A is definitely not the right one. Maybe if I do that, so you can see that it's not the right one because of the wrong y-intercept. All right, so these three guys seem to have the right y-intercept, and then we have to look at the slope here. So maybe I'm gonna, all right, look at this one, and seems like we have to figure out the slope. All right, so a slope has to be 75. So let's see, maybe we should look at the value at the 200. So if you plug in 200 for x, 75 times 200 would be 15,000 and plus 1,000. So it's going to be 16,617. Right, so this is way too high. So that's not going to be it. Right, so if you look at that, and this is actually below 10,000, so this shouldn't be it, right? But this one, and 15,000 is around here, so this is yeah, this is going to actually, let's see, yeah, so this is 16,000, and here, so this is probably it. So this is the right picture, because it's got the right y-intercept, or c-intercept, I should say, and the correct slope. All right, so let's check my answer here. All right, so we got that. All right, and part C, interpret the slope and the y-intercept. Choose the correct answer below. All right. So the slope, y-intercept is the cost per club. No. Fixed cost and cost per club sum to the y-intercept. I don't know what that means. And y-intercept is the fixed cost, and the slope is the cost per club. So this is it. All right, so let's check the answer. All right, we got that. And that's it. All right, so that's that. And all right, so that this was part A. And that's it. I hope that this was clear.